Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you to everyone who's been subscribing and helping my channel to grow. Thank you everyone who's been with me from the beginning. It's been over 2 years now, and I really do appreciate everyone who's been with me and staying with me. I'm so grateful for everyone who's been booking readings, yes, of course, but sharing your stories with me, with each other. You know, you put these in the comments, they're for public to see. And it's lovely to see a lot of my subscribers interacting with each other as well. So thank you. I really do appreciate you. This is our reading. Now the sun has moved into Virgo. My Virgo solar return is up if you have not seen it. And if you haven't seen any of the solar returns starting from January, you could always look back at them. And we know Virgo is an earth sign, so we're moving into solidifying things for ourselves as we transition from August into September. Okay, that's that mutable energy. Now this is our August 27th through September 2nd, 2017 reading. We do have all this retrograde activity. We have, let's see my notes here. Okay, so we have Chiron is retrograde in Pisces. We have the North Node retrograde in Leo. It will be going direct August 30th. We do have Mercury retrograde in Virgo, and then it also will be transitioning, moving into Leo retrograde, but then it'll go direct, okay, September 5th. So don't make any major decisions till after Mercury goes direct. We have Pisces retrograde, Neptune retrograde in Pisces, Uranus retrograde in Aries, Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, and Saturn retrograde in Sag. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All good children go to heaven, I always say, but this is the retrograde energy we have. We are really being forced to look at many things in our lives, in different areas of our lives. The way we're thinking, the way we're feeling, the way we're planning ahead, sudden changes in our lives, our freedom, transformation, structure and stability, our wound sets, everything is being addressed, and everyone, it's going to affect you in different ways. And all of this retrograde energy with the eclipse does show that we're really being forced to download a higher consciousness at this time to transition and transmute negative energies. Many of us will have been losing things or eclipsing things from our lives. Me on a personal note, my dog Marik, that is 18 and a half years old, he did transcend around the time of the eclipse. I love him and miss him. I still have Mickey and Ash here with me, but it's, you know, one of your like family members. It is a family member, so that was something that eclipsed from my life. And he's a little redhead, part Chihuahua Pomeranian mix, beautiful little puppy with high energy. I call him a puppy. I call them all puppies. But that's what was eclipsed from my life, and that where it did hit in that house did hit in with children, pets, and it was in my house of Leo. So many of us may have eclipsed something from our lives that was near and dear to us, that we loved, and was close to our hearts, you know, with Leo. Or it could have been something that was obscured or blocked, and that was forcing us to live in the now and realize those things that are precious to us in our lives. But let's get on with this reading. We start with the 5 of Cups. Okay, now this is talking about loss, and typically it is about grieving, and this is hitting home for me right now. I really didn't look at the cards yet. I put them down. Okay, so we know that something we feel is lost to us. Now, some of us may have actually lost something that was very precious or pleasure to us, because the cups are of our emotions. Something that gave us great pleasure that money can't buy. You know, that you feel loved, you feel wanted, you feel appreciated. All the things that you can feel. And now we look at us at the spilled milk, you know, crying over spilled milk. Well, for some of us, it is an actual loss of someone in our lives that has transcended, and we're grieving. And if that is happening for you, I do empathize with you, and I'll keep you in my prayers, even in my intentions daily. But if it isn't, it's something you're grieving the loss of, like you didn't get that job that you wanted, you didn't get the car or the house you put the bid on. The healing modality you've been working on is not working for you. Because this can be looked at, yes, as a total loss of grieving, but remember it's that 5, that uncertainty. And we want to be careful with our emotions. So with that being said, it may be that what we feel we have lost, we're not seeing the potential with that 5 energy of something in the unseen. Okay, our back is to these pleasures. We don't realize that they are in the unseen and they are going to manifest. If we're concentrating our energies on what we have lost or we didn't get, we don't see what, and not appreciate that, what we have, we don't seem to realize we're blocking the other thing that maybe is our highest purpose from coming to us. So for some of you, it may be a missed opportunity that will come back around, something better. Like if you interviewed for the job and you didn't get it, something fell through last minute, you may hear from them again. And that might go out to, let me see, with the 4 or 5 of Cups, October 23rd to November 2nd, when Mars is in Scorpio. So, you know, Mars in Scorpio is like, you know, getting those, that generator energy, those ideas, motivational things, your driver, your originator, your generator in Scorpio. So that would be about, you know, transformation and change. So there is something going on. And, you know, looking at the card here, the person is looking over what they don't have and mourning that loss or grieving they didn't get it. There are some emotions, and you see it's gray, muddy water, very mutable energy there. But there's a bridge here leading on to something. Again, very mutable energy. Okay, that really sticks to me with that Virgo and energy as mutable. There is still life here, and like I said, an opportunity. So please, knowing if it isn't something about actually losing someone, there is something in transition here for you. Instead of being anxious about what's coming and living in the past, try and stay in a balanced state with that energy of that 5. Be grateful for what you have, even if you don't see it in front of you, because you're seeing the lack of. Just know and be grateful for what still is in your life. And with that being said, what is in the unseen shall manifest, because living in lack will block this from you. You're not even seeing the opportunity. Living with gratitude and that attitude of gratitude and what you do have will bring from the unseen that which you do wish to have manifest. Like I said, another opportunity coming, something better for you, because look, here's judgment. We know that's being risen from the emotional dead. You're being called to a new life. Your spirit is always there with you. There's always something new to be offered. So at this time, with judgment, it's saying you're being released from the tomb that you've kept yourself living in. You know, we keep ourselves entombed in our emotions or our thoughts many times, and we don't realize that we could set ourselves free. And there are many times we do feel that you cannot set yourself free, and it is the case. You know, things that are out of our control, like I said, if you lose someone and they transcend, that's nothing you can control. That was part of their fate or destiny or their own storyline. But for you with the card of judgment, it's calling you to a new life, something new awakening for you. Maybe this opportunity had to end for something, well, it's always endings and beginnings to start something new. And with all this retrograde energy, we are being forced to review things in our lives, like I said, in different aspects of our lives. Before we go forward, you have to purge. So this urge to purge that we had with the eclipse, being forced to be in the now, to start this new life, like that higher consciousness, we want to realign, we want to recalibrate, we want to change our vibration. What are you resonating to? What is dissonant in your lives? Okay, with the judgment card, we're definitely being said that the past is the past and let it go. Let it be there. Be grateful for what it was. Welcome what's coming into your life, because there's work to be done. You really need to put your energy into starting something new. You've been working on something probably for a while, and like I said, maybe it didn't make manifest to you, or you missed an opportunity, or you're grieving over something. Something new is coming for you that you'll be working on, or have been working and established yourself a little bit on, but you haven't seen the results of it yet. Like, you know, maybe you started a new business and it's just not taking off the way you wanted to. If you have a social media, you know, Instagram, and you're saying, what's going on lately? You know, I was doing great and now it just went to a dead halt. I have to tell you, with the energy that's been going on, don't expect things to rush forward right now at retrograde energy. That's not the intention of a retrograde. The retrogrades force us to review things in our lives, because even if you thought you were going along at a great pace or doing well, maybe you're getting sloppy. Maybe you were ignoring ideas. I'm sorry, Ash is shaking the camera. This card is definitely talking about you taking that energy of the sun in Aries. Okay, now we had this Mars energy too here in Scorpio, all right, and here this Pluto energy with judgment. So we know that this transformation going on here. We have to transform our energy. Now, your ships will be coming in, and it's a result of the choice you make, but are you going to do the work? Are you just going to sit back and feel sorry for yourself and say, well, everything is going wrong in my life. Nothing's moving forward. This is happening with a lot of people that I'm reading for. They feel stuck. They feel like they've been stuck for maybe 3 to 6 months and some even longer. Everyone is different with your chart, but with this card, it's talking about your ego, your identity, your generator, like I said, all the things that you could create, your all spark. And it's either in work or a social situation for you to go forward. It will be happening for you, but it may be a while longer. You might have to wait another 3 to 6 months for this to happen. Some of you are going to see the results coming in quicker. But it's a period of growth here for you, and just ground yourself right now. Work on getting that identity, that ego in check, okay? And let that, that energy of the sun enlighten you, okay? Like we just had this solar eclipse, we had some obscurity there. Now it's time to, like I said, open your eyes, see and recognize, okay, this is what I'm doing now in my life. It's affecting everything that's going to be in the future. But being forced to be in the now, I'm going to reevaluate everything that's going on before I go forward. It's a time, like I said, to purge things before you can let these things in. And some of us aren't going to do the work. I'm telling you right now, being honest with you, some of us just don't do the work. And then we complain that we didn't make the progress, or it took too long, or whatever. Everything has to unfold as it should in the universe for each of us in our storyline. But when there is the energy of us to be forced to review or forced to wait, or the energy is exciting us to go forward, we need to ride those waves. And every one of us, it's going to be different. Just because you're being in a standstill doesn't mean that I'm going to be, or vice versa. Everyone is affected differently by the planets placed in their chart. So I know it's very frustrating for you at times, and others of us are saying, yeah, this is great. Ride that wave when you can. But when there's that time you're in the valley, you are meant to be in the valley. When you're meant to be at the peak, the mountain, you're meant to be there. And I know that's not a comfort for you, but it's going to take the time that it takes. Just knowing you're doing the work, keeping yourself grounded and your mind in that state of flux where you're creating your future. In the now, being grateful, but thinking of the where you want to be and realigning and resonating to it. It will come if you do the work. So in this deck, the horned one, it's called, it's actually the card of the devil. Now, when we look at this card, is a number 15, and that is an alchemical number. It is about transformation. Now, this card is Capricorn. It's saying you need to work hard. There's no one to blame but yourself. And I know that sounds harsh. I want to bring the messages in the most loving and positive ways, but let's be honest with ourselves. Sometimes things don't go as planned and we give up. This is about forging ahead with Capricorn. It's really not blaming anyone else, like the devil made me do it, or temptation or sin. That's just what you have to put a name on, because you don't want to face the fact that things aren't going well in your life, or you're not doing the work. Are you drinking too much? Are you spending too much money? Are you getting lazy? Are you having too much fun? And not putting the work into whatever it is that you're looking for in your life, that relationship, your health, losing the weight, buying that house, saving some money, whatever it is in your life. If you have something going on in, I don't know why they're saying, even in legal matters, things aren't working. Maybe you're supposed to be doing some more research, or get the papers signed, do these things. So there's no one to blame but yourself. You need to transmute that negative way of thinking, which is started in this reading emotionally, okay, and with this Plutonian energy. It is about transformation. It rules Scorpio, and we do have this card with Sun and Scorpio. And here, the energy is saying that you've got to release yourself from these chains that bind you. It's only you that's keeping yourself from going forward here. You can blame anything and everybody else, okay? Instead of saying that it's me, I need to do this work. I need to change the energy. I have to climb the mountain. I have to free myself from whatever emotional death I'm in, or mental anxiety I'm in, or energy drain. This is the work we need to be doing for ourselves to go forward. I would have stopped there, but I was compelled to turn the deck over, and these two cards came up. Now, we do have two majors here and two more majors. I'm going to honor this because of all the retrograde energy. I really think Spirit is in our faces, trying to say, come on, guys. You're in this period of retrograde because it's time to reboot. Like I said, you have to purge all the things of the past, especially with this ecliptic, all right? In order to go forward, we have to purge what's going on now in our lives that make no sense and no longer serve our purpose. They may have at one time filled their cups, but now they are for no more. Something new is beginning, and that's what happens with the eclipse. Is something ends, something's beginning. So we have the Empress, another 3 energy here. So we know it's something that we are birthing. It's the result of the choice we make. It's very creative energy with the 3. All right? And this is the card, the Empress is Venus, well, this Venusian energy. This is our self-esteem. This is finances. This is anything in third dimensional reality. Okay, and with Venus right now, I was going to be moving too, in Leo, August 27th. So it's going to be moving. So we want to solidify and create something in our lives that maybe we want to ground our self-esteem because, you know, with the Leo energy, it's about the I and you creating something. This is your energy. It's about you, your pride, how you shine, and you using creative resources. When it moves on into Virgo, it's not a very comfortable place, but it's about grounding and stabilizing our energy. So what are you birthing right now? What are you looking to create within yourself with this new life? What do you need to let go of here? And change your energy, because this is like the pregnant woman that is showing that it is going to come, and it's the energy we want to work on here. And then with Temperance, we have a card of healing. This is the soul offering up our ego for a cleansing here. This is balancing our energies. This is making the impossible possible. It is definitely healing. And with Virgo, it is not only about service to others, which is very Virgoan. It is about homeopathy and healing. And it is about long-term planning, discerning the truth. But you want to analyze the situation. Hi, Ash. You want to analyze things and bring it to ground. It's very stable energy. With Virgo in the higher vibration, it is about manifesting things in form in the earthly body, okay, but long-term. Not this fly-by-night stuff. You know, we want to solidify everything. That Leo energy, especially in the North Node, is saying you want to create, stop, Ash. We want to create all the things in our lives that we're loving and compassionate and want to shine in about ourselves, okay? Now with Virgo, it's saying, okay, if you did the work during all this retrograde and going within, and where do you want to shine? What do you want to create? We'll show you how you're going to ground it. And that would be something that's solid. It's got integrity. Like I said, it's perfected in Virgo. Now be very careful with this Virgoan energy and Mercury because, you know, it does rule the nervous system. And with it in Virgo, it could be some neurotic energy, nervous energy, anxiety, depression. You want to be very careful of that, all right? Trying to keep yourself balanced here and knowing that this shall pass, okay? This transit will be moving. Actually, it's going to be moving, the retrograde will end and September 5th, it'll go direct. And so Mercury will be in a different energy for you then too. So like I said, as the transits affect you in different houses, you're going to get these funks in your life. You can say everything was going great and then everything just went to the pits. That's because as the planets move through the houses in your chart, it's affecting you differently. That's why even sometimes in the day you go from a great morning to lousy afternoon or vice versa. The moon could have shifted from one sign to another and it's affecting you differently. So don't be so hard on yourselves right now, okay? Stop beating yourself up. Just know that you've got to stay focused. Keep your mind on the prize, okay? Put your heartfelt energy into it. Be grateful for what you have now, okay? And knowing that when you're grateful for what you have now and put that loving energy into gratitude now, you are opening up the vibration for the universe to reverberate that back to you so that you can have all these things, your ship coming in, the new life, freeing yourself from the binds that tie you, which are your own thoughts and misery, and knowing that you can create this life of everything that you desire and heal from the past. That's very Aquarian energy right now, the South Node, okay? Where Leo is about that Dharma, your focus in the North Node. Aquarius in the South Node is about your karma. You're healing the past and releasing it with a calm. So no help is there for you. Know that you have the opportunity. It's just, are you going to open up your mind and your crown chakra, your energies, your chakras to receive this beautiful energy that we're still riding on for about another 5.5, 6 months because of this eclipse, all right? Let the universe download the higher consciousness to you. Open yourself up. Be awakened and aware of the opportunities that are there for you. It's just up to you and how you're going to move through this wave. Well, thank you, Spirit, for this high energy reading. I mean, we have 4 majors, and I know it's a lot to take in, and it's maybe not exact to you. This is a general reading, but try and focus on what Spirit's message was. And remember that this energy carries out. It's not going to happen all this week, all right? And just remember what the card said and what Spirit was saying to you. And as it starts to unfold in your life, reflect on that and let the guidance that they give you be a way for you to have peace. Well, thank you again, everyone, for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful week. And remember to see the Virgo solar return if you're a Virgo-centric sun, moon, ascendant, or even have a lot of placements in Virgo or North Node. As always, I wish you the best.